Welcome to the Forgotten History channel, where we uncover the most captivating and lesser-known stories from the past. Today we journey to 1518 to the town of Strasbourg in the Holy Roman Empire, where an inexplicable event left history both baffled and haunted. Imagine an entire community seized by a relentless, uncontrollable urge to dance, not for joy but as if compelled by an invisible force. This is the story of the dancing plague, a mystery that defies logic to this day. Was it divine punishment, mass hysteria, or something even darker? Stay with us as we unravel the enigma of history's most bizarre epidemic. And before we dive in, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to never miss another journey into forgotten history. To truly understand the dancing plague, we must first step into the world of 16th century Europe, a time when life was fraught with hardship and uncertainty. The year 1518 was marked by widespread famine, brought on by years of poor harvests and harsh winters. Villagers lived with constant hunger, their bodies frail from malnutrition and their spirits worn thin by the relentless struggle to survive. Disease swept through towns like an invisible predator, striking down the young and old alike. Death was not an abstract fear, it was a constant companion, a reality etched into the daily lives of the people. In the town of Strasbourg, nestled within the Holy Roman Empire, the pressures of existence were magnified. This thriving city was a crossroads of trade and culture, but it was also a cauldron of social tensions. The weight of poverty, inequality, and political instability bore down on its residents. At the heart of their lives was the towering Strasbourg Cathedral, a symbol of both salvation and control. Religion offered solace but also stoked the flames of fear, with sermons warning of divine retribution for sins both real and imagined. Superstition permeated every aspect of society. From the position of the stars to the whispers of witches in the woods, unseen forces were blamed for every misfortune. The people clung to rituals and relics as protection against the chaos they could not comprehend. It was in this crucible of anxiety, faith, and desperation that the dancing plague took root, a phenomenon as surreal as the times that birthed it. It began on an ordinary day in July 1518, when the sun hung high over the bustling streets of Strasbourg. A lone woman, known to history as Frau Trophia, stepped into the town square and began to dance. Her movements were erratic yet rhythmic, her expression both vacant and strained. At first, the villagers watched in confusion, some even chuckling at what they assumed was a spontaneous act of whimsy. But as the hours turned into days, it became clear that this was no ordinary dance. Frau Trophia's feet never stopped, her body seemingly moving of its own accord. Attempts to restrain her were futile, and soon, others began to join her. By the end of the week, dozens of villagers were gripped by the same uncontrollable urge. Men, women, and even children danced until their feet bled, collapsing only to rise again. The town square transformed into a scene of chaos, as the sound of shuffling feet and desperate cries filled the air. The townspeople, confused and terrified, could only watch as the strange affliction spread like wildfire. As the dancing plague spread, the people of Strasbourg scrambled to understand its cause. In a world steeped in superstition and religious fervor, many turned to divine punishment as an explanation. Priests proclaimed that the dancers were sinners, cursed to atone for their misdeeds through this strange and relentless torment. Public prayers and processions were organized, but the dancing continued. Meanwhile, town physicians offered a different perspective. They blamed hot blood, a condition they believed overheated the body and drove people into madness. To counteract it, the authorities recommended the most baffling treatment imaginable: more dancing. Musicians were hired, and stages were built to encourage the afflicted to dance until the supposed fever burned itself out. Instead of relief, this only seemed to intensify the epidemic. Modern scholars propose other explanations. Some believe the dancers suffered from mass hysteria, a psychological phenomenon triggered by extreme stress, famine, and fear. Others point to ergot poisoning, caused by a toxic fungus in contaminated rye bread, which can induce hallucinations and convulsions. Each theory offers a tantalizing piece of the puzzle, yet none provide a definitive answer to this enduring mystery. As the dancing plague gripped Strasbourg, desperation drove the town's leaders to implement peculiar and often baffling remedies. Believing the dancers needed to expel their ailment through movement, officials hired musicians and constructed wooden stages in the town square. The hope was that the afflicted would dance themselves into exhaustion, finally breaking free of the mysterious compulsion. However, this approach had the opposite effect. The music seemed to fuel the epidemic, drawing more participants into the frenzied chaos. At the same time, others sought solace in religious rituals. Public prayers, exorcisms, and pilgrimages to nearby shrines were organized, yet the dancing persisted. Some dancers were even taken to the shrine of Saint Vitus, a patron saint believed to cure ailments of the mind and body. Pilgrims carried these afflicted souls in wagons, praying fervently for divine intervention. The town streets turned into a surreal mix of makeshift treatment centers and scenes of spiritual desperation. Every failed attempt only deepened the confusion and fear, as townspeople watched their loved ones dance to the brink of death. The cures, both medical and spiritual, could not match the strange power of the dancing plague. The dancing plague of 1518 faded as mysteriously as it began. Within weeks, the afflicted stopped dancing, leaving behind a trail of broken bodies and shattered lives. Yet, its legacy endures, a haunting reminder of the fragility of the human mind under extreme stress. The event became a symbol of the interplay between societal pressures, psychological distress, and the mysterious forces that can drive collective behavior. Throughout history, other episodes of mass hysteria have echoed the dancing plague, from the laughing epidemics in Tanzania to fainting spells in 20th-century schools. Each instance serves as a chilling testament to the power of shared human experience and the ways our environment can shape our actions. Even today, the true cause of the dancing plague remains an enigma. Was it ergot poisoning, triggering hallucinations and seizures? Or was it a psychological response to the overwhelming hardships of the time? The questions linger, unanswered, sparking debates among historians, psychologists, and medical researchers. Perhaps its greatest mystery is not the cause but the warning it offers, that in times of great distress, the line between the ordinary and the extraordinary can blur. The dancing plague remains a testament to humanity's resilience and vulnerability, a story that forces us to confront the limits of our understanding. The dancing plague of 1518 stands as one of history's most bizarre and haunting mysteries. It invites us to reflect on the resilience of the human spirit and the fragile balance of the human mind. What compels a group of people to dance uncontrollably for days, risking injury and death? Was it a reflection of their despair, their faith, or something we still cannot comprehend? As we look back on this chilling event, it reminds us that history is not just a series of dates and facts. It's a tapestry woven with the emotions, fears, and resilience of those who lived before us. The dancing plague is a testament to how the pressures of life, both external and internal, can manifest in ways we may never fully understand. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the past. If this story left you with questions or sparked your curiosity, make sure to explore more with us. Like this video, subscribe to the Forgotten History channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an opportunity to dive into the strange and fascinating corners of our shared past. And remember, the stories of history are never truly forgotten. They're waiting for us to uncover them.